try to look good.
Ordinary for me. We ain't going to your favorite place.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to today's Freedom Friday. And today's Freedom Friday is Mom, Pat.
You told me not to be in the video.
I did. Wait. For this Freedom Friday is acknowledging your success. Let's get to the next video. This is the next video, if y'all couldn't tell. Even though I look good every video, so it was a seamless transition. Anyway, let's introduce Dr. Nakia Jackson. Dr. Nakia Jackson trying to cut me out, so she's fired from the show. Okay.
She cut herself off.
Did it. Okay, so have you heard about today's topic?
No, what is today's topic? Who are you? What you doing in this video? You look new. I don't recognize you.
I am actually
What?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
So, anyway, Candace cannot make it, but it's not really, there's no difference at all. So, I'm Jennifer, last name Lawrence. No, listen to Jennifer Lawrence, because that's actually not even my name. My name is Jennifer Jackson, middle name Epa. Anyway, I'm here to interview, what's her name?
Dr. Candace Jackson.
Miss Girl. I forgot her name. She didn't tell me. Anyway, so how can you acknowledge your success?
That's a great question. So
I know.
You can acknowledge your success by actually looking at what you've done and what you've accomplished and giving yourself credit for just doing it. And how are you asking me questions and you leaving the video?
I'm getting my kombucha.
So you can acknowledge your success by number one, just doing just that, by taking inventory of what you've done, looking at where you've come from and look at where you are, and giving yourself credit for taking a step or a stand in a different direction than what you were in the past.
Okay, Miss Jackson, do you think celebrating your success and acknowledging your success are the same thing? If you think so, if you don't think so, why do you think they're different?
So I think they're similar, celebrating and acknowledging it, but they're two different things. So when you acknowledge something, you just recognize that it's happened. So for me, I acknowledge that I bring attention to the fact that it's actually happened. And so when you acknowledge your success, for me, I can say, yeah, I acknowledge that I completed my doctorate, or I acknowledge that I graduated, and
But you don't really celebrate it. You like, oh yeah, I did this, but you're not really like celebrating it and giving yourself the credit.
yes. So the difference between the acknowledgement and the celebration is really acknowledges you just bring attention to the fact that it happened. Celebration, to me, that's one of the things that I kind of struggle with, like celebrating, because it feels so different. Celebrating being happy about it, bringing even more attention to it, and bringing a higher level of acknowledgement to myself and giving myself an opportunity to just bask in that moment that I've completed it, and give myself an opportunity to feel great about it, and to give other people an opportunity to actually come with me and give me accolades for doing it. And even when I say give accolades or whatever that is, it feels funny because I guess for me, I'm not used to celebrating myself. I'm used to celebrating other people.
Yeah, because like when you grow up, you like celebrate. You feel like, have you ever felt embarrassed when people celebrated your birthday and they're like, "Happy birthday to you," and you didn't really know what to do?
Yeah, when I was
for
a little
me-
kid, I celebrated with my aunt because we're close, but then I never really celebrated my birthday when I got older. Just maybe at work once, maybe twice.
Yeah, I think for me, like, it's uncomfortable because, like, you don't really acknowledge your success. You're like, oh yeah, I did this, but you don't really acknowledge yourself and your success. And over time, those habits turn into more of a lifestyle. So, like, her not celebrating her birthday anymore, and I also do like, hey guys, I'm looking cute. I also do the buy clothes, like a high heels.
I mean, I did get a birthday photo shoot for when I turned 40. Those are
Ma, that's 3 years ago.
God.
But you need to
I
know.
went on a cruise. Well,
That's 2017, Ma.
no, I'm about to say I went on a couple of times shares a few years ago. What?
Don't listen to her, y'all. Anyway, when you don't get celebrated, you start like putting yourself down, and you're like, I don't put myself down. Like, maybe I just don't have a lot of time to celebrate my birthday. But it's been happening for so long that it's like a pattern now, like a lifestyle pattern, and you think it's normal, but it's not really normal.
Well, it's not normal.
Not acknowledging your success, like
And
people.
celebrating?
Yeah.
So, do you think acknowledging and celebration is the same thing?
No, because when you acknowledge something, like, you could acknowledge that I have one finger and like, oh, okay, but you don't celebrate the success that I've lived my whole life with only one finger.
So, do you know what the definition of celebration is? Alexa, what does celebrate mean?
The verb celebrate is usually defined as to observe a day or commemorate an event with ceremonies or festivities. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for celebrate.
So, does that make sense to you? So, she said to observe like a day, to commemorate. So, I mean, I celebrated when I graduated from.
No. Again, very much not. Anyway, next question. Have you? Give me a good question.
Give you a quick question. So, are there times when you have actually had where you celebrated yourself?
Yes.
When?
Every day when you wake up to be me, like, it's a blessing. Anyway.
So, how do you celebrate yourself on a daily basis?
I edit. That's exactly what the answer you gave me sounded like. but I just do stuff I like. When I do stuff I like, I don't go around telling people like, oh, y'all gotta celebrate me. Like, I should, cause I be looking good, but I don't do that every day cause I'm humble. I'll do that every other day. Anyway, sometimes you don't notice you not celebrating your success because it becomes a pattern in your life. Because most of the time I'm not gonna lie, I don't be celebrating my success. I do the stuff I like, but then I'll be like, okay. Now when I get a good grade, I already know I'm about to get a good grade. Like, what's the point of celebrating? But that's a bad habit because you could have got like an 80. When you're me, you don't have to worry about getting no 80. But for the unfortunate.
Okay, so let's get back to the topic, celebrating yourself. So, what are some ways that you think I can celebrate myself? Since you say you see me not celebrating myself, what are some ways that you think I can celebrate myself?
Do stuff that you like more. And like, you should start acknowledging it and be like, and telling people it and spreading the news out that you did blah blah blah, because like, hey guys, you can see me bigger. And you could even have yourself a little party. I'm about to be here because the party don't start till I
Until you
walk
walk
in.
So you
Yeah. Okay. It's acting out, y'all.
So let me tell you this. In the past, what I thought about celebration. So I'm like, if I'm celebrating myself, who's else going to be there to celebrate with me? And if it's just me by myself, what's the point of me celebrating?
But sometimes the point of you celebrating is to get rid of those bad habits of not acknowledging yourself, because it is so easy to think about all the bad stuff that happened and all the bad stuff and all the things that you won't get good at. But when you acknowledge and celebrate your success, you realize that you do more than what you give yourself credit for. Because there's so much bad things going on that you only focus on the bad things. And when you break that habit and celebrate yourself and acknowledge your success, you are breaking those habits of all those negative feelings.
So you think celebrating myself will help me start feeling better about it and then find more things to do so I can continue to celebrate myself? Is that a part of what you're coming to the conclusion of?
Yes, because if you, like I said a million times, like there's a lot of negative things in this world, and most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, everybody mostly notices the bad stuff that happens. And if you do make a good memory, you're always like, why I wish my life was always like that. Why can't I do that again? And you don't really take time to see what's actually happened. You're always focused on the past and what you didn't do and all the negative stuff, that you're forgetting that you have a future in front of you. If you're always looking behind, you won't go. You won't. You'll be in a standstill. You'll be in a standstill.
So for me, what are some things that you didn't see me celebrate that you think I should celebrate?
It's an easy thing, because just using my little water. Kombucha. Anyway, this is a simple thing, but your birthday.
So what ways you think I could have celebrated my birthday differently?
Actually treat yourself. And when we went on a cruise, vacation.
Wow.
When you go on a vacation, you don't actually pay attention to yourself. Like, you let other people get the best of you, and you don't focus on yourself. Because, like, I feel like you should be celebrating on your little vacation and not worried about somebody else stressed out. Like, we were hanging out, and you're like, oh, I gotta do blah blah blah. And you over here freaking out while we in the pool, and your little butt cheek falling out, whatever, in that swimsuit, and you just freaking out, talking about, and we not having actual fun because you're always worried about something else, and you're not celebrating the fact that we here in the moment together, hanging out and having fun.
So what you're saying is what celebration could look like for me is sometimes give myself the ability to
let stuff go when you're having time for you only, to set your boundaries for your time.
So that's celebration?
In certain circumstances.
So for my birthday, you said I don't celebrate. What's an example of something that you think I can do to celebrate my birthday? Because I
don't know, do stuff you like. Like, I know you like cooking. You could cook. I could help you cook a little meal. A little vegan meal. Anyway. But, like, doing stuff you like on your birthday. It's not a lot, but if you don't want to throw a party, you could just do something that you like. Like, when I see you, when it's your birthday, the only thing you do is just work, don't stop. That's all she does on her birthday.
So this is the thing. I think this is a great topic, but I don't feel like I've gotten resolution, honestly, because she keeps saying the same thing, just celebrate is to celebrate. And so for me, what I would challenge everyone else to say, or even give us ideas on what the celebration look like to you. And for me, one of the things that I've been challenged with is knowing how to celebrate myself.
Sweetie, I am the celebration. That's why I keep saying the same thing.
And so, like, there are times, you know, what I will say is to end this. A lot of the times we get so focused on doing things for everybody else that we forget to take the time to actually look at ourselves and see what we
And
really
celebrate.
want. And so, to me, a part of taking the time for yourself and actually seeing what you like, as opposed to seeing what somebody else wants you to do, actually requires you to spend a little bit more time with yourself. So for me, what I will say, celebrating yourself, meaning you acknowledge who you are, you acknowledge where you come from, and you acknowledge the fact that you've actually created you actually got a milestone for yourself. And so some people say celebrate the small things, celebrate everything. You don't have to call it big, small, or whatever, but whatever it is,
It's
you
your
celebrate. You celebrate. Make it a habit of celebrating as opposed to always dimming your light. When you learn how to make a habit of celebrating yourself, it becomes
So
easy.
natural.
Exactly. I believe it'll definitely become natural. And as you can see, like even as she's talking to me about celebrating myself, it's a difficult thing for me to talk about celebrating myself because I've created a habit
That you feel guilty for celebrating yourself. Like, have you, this is a question, because sometimes I have had this, but like a lot of stuff have put the influence of that celebrating yourself will make that you are guilty and that you don't really deserve it. Like a lot of things be saying that. Have you ever felt like that?
Yeah, I felt guilty in terms of celebrating myself, and that's also because different people might have different goals. And then a lot of the times when people are not meeting some of their goals or whatever, sometimes some of us might get in the habit of thinking, hey, I don't want someone else to feel bad. And then when we say, so I just wanted to finish by saying that, figure out ways to celebrate yourself and be okay with the fact that, that you're worthy of being celebrated. When you spend so much time in a mode where you're celebrating everyone else because you feel like someone else should celebrate you, you got to stop and ask yourself, why is someone else more important than you? And so when you realize that you're just as important as anyone else, you'll really start putting a lot of the energy that you put into other people, put that into yourself. And when you start putting that energy in yourself, you'll see a world of more opportunities open up. And you'll be able to enjoy life, live it more abundantly, and then even create a bigger spark of positivity around yourself and the person that you are. And you get to expand your horizons. Know that everything that you do for you, it's okay to look at you, to celebrate yourself. It's okay to look at yourself and be proud of who you are. Look at where you've come from. Celebrate the wins in your life. Don't be so focused on all the negative things that's happened, because negative things happen to everyone. Why do you want to live in a life that allows you to focus on all the negative stuff when the negative stuff are the things that bring you down? Why not focus on the positive things that help lift up your spirits? Because when you lift up yourself and start vibrating on a different level, there's so much more positive things that can happen. When people start seeing you celebrate you more, it'll give them opportunities to celebrate you with you, and then it gives them opportunity to see what's possible for themselves as well. So hopefully this resonated and is connected with you, because I noticed even as we did this video, I got to get a shift in the way that I was being, and I got to learn that it's okay to celebrate myself, and I don't have to look outside for anyone else to celebrate me. Why would I expect someone else to celebrate me if I'm not celebrating me? So that's all we have for you today. Thank you for joining. If you haven't already, like, share, and if you have something that you want to add to this topic, just comment. And also subscribe to the channel. You have a great day. And we are almost to a year of Freedom Friday. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the videos, and keep coming back. Have a great day. Sayonara.